just the other night.
In this world, only a few truly manage to change culture, unite nations through music, and leave an everlasting legacy. And one of those names is Michael Jackson. But behind the spotlight and grand stages lies a deeper story, one of struggle, wounds, love, and sacrifice. This is the full inspiring story of the King of Pop. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in a small town called Gary, Indiana. He was the seventh of 9 siblings. Their home was cramped, the economy was tough, but one thing stood out: the golden voice coming from little Michael's tiny body. Together with his brothers, he performed in the group, the Jackson 5. Though he was only 5 years old, all eyes were on him. His voice, his expressions, and the way he moved, he was already like a star. But the price was high. Michael lost his childhood. After success with the Jackson 5, Michael released his solo album Off the Wall, and the world began to recognize him as a new force in the music industry. But the peak came in 1982 with Thriller. That album exploded, becoming the best-selling album of all time, turning Michael into a global icon, not just through his voice, but also visually. Moonwalk, cinematic music videos, iconic costumes, and unforgettable performances, all introduced by him. But behind the glory, there was immense pressure. Michael was a perfectionist. He could record a single song dozens of times just to get one perfect note. He spent nights creating masterpieces. Michael suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition that caused uneven fading of his skin color. He tried to cover it with makeup and underwent medical treatments. But the media never stopped mocking him. Living in the spotlight made him a very private person. He built Neverland, a dreamland where he could be a child again, because he never truly had one. He once said, "I never had a childhood. Now I create it myself." Few know Michael's most admirable side, his compassion for others. During the Kosovo crisis, Michael donated large sums to save children from the war zone. He often secretly visited children's hospitals in every city he toured. No cameras, no publicity. One day, he spent 30 minutes on the phone, encouraging a fan who was suffering from AIDS. The girl passed away shortly after, but her family said, that was the best day of her life. In Romania, he donated medical equipment from his concert earnings to local hospitals. He refused multi-million-dollar contracts from tobacco companies because he didn't want to harm young generations. In Africa, he built clean water wells, schools, and kissed the soil in remote villages as a sign of love for the continent of his ancestors. More than just a singer, Michael was a symbol of humanity. Behind his eccentric image, Michael was a serious reader. He owned over 10,000 books, from Shakespeare, philosophy, history, to art. He wanted to be not only an entertainer, but a complete human being. Michael had many achievements and interesting facts rarely known by the public. Among them, he had a very high IQ. Reports say Michael's IQ reached 164, comparable to world geniuses. He was known to be very detailed and intelligent in managing music, business, and stage technology. Michael inspired the creation of the Sonic the Hedgehog character. Some of Sonic's movements and style were inspired by Michael, especially due to Michael's connection with Sega and the game Moonwalker. Michael invented anti-gravity shoes. For the lean move in the Smooth Criminal video, Michael patented a special shoe design that could lock to the floor, creating an illusion of reversed gravity. Owned the Beatles' music rights. In 1985, Michael bought the rights to the ATV music catalogue, which included hundreds of Beatles songs, for $47.5 million. Michael composed songs without reading sheet music. He never formally studied music theory, yet he could sing all instruments in his songs and compose arrangements vocally for his music team. Rejected by MTV. In the early 1980s, MTV initially refused to air Billie Jean due to racial reasons, but after pressure from his label, the video aired, and Thriller became a historic milestone for MTV. Holds Guinness World Records for 39 world records, from best-selling album, Thriller, to the concert with the largest audience and the largest individual artist charity donation. Once disguised to visit a bookstore, Michael once wore a full disguise, fake beard and wheelchair, to shop for books at Barnes & Noble without being disturbed. Interested in space science, Michael dreamed of a concert in outer space. He discussed plans with NASA and even signed up for a space tourism project, which was later cancelled due to high risk. In 2009, Michael was preparing for his grand comeback concert, This Is It. The comeback concert said to prove he was still the king. But on June 25, 2009, the world fell silent. Michael Jackson died at his home in Los Angeles at age 50. Cause: an overdose of propofol, a powerful anesthetic meant only for hospital use. The drug was administered by his personal doctor, Dr. Conrad Murray, unsafely and without adequate medical supervision. Dr. Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. But the public knew this was not just one person's fault. It was a system failure, industry pressure, financial demands, and unspoken loneliness all slowly killed Michael. Though Michael is gone, his legacy lives on. His songs still play, his moves are still copied, his message still echoes. Through Heal the World, Man in the Mirror, and Earth Song, he called on the world to change. He believed change could start with one person, from within. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. June 25th, 2009. The world paused. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, an eternal icon, an irreplaceable legend, was gone. But did you know? His death opened the door to a hidden world. A world even his closest fans never knew existed. Although there are rumors that his tomb is empty, or that he was cremated and his ashes scattered at Neverland Ranch, those claims are not supported by strong evidence. Some reports mention that his family considered burying him at Neverland, but that did not happen due to legal and logistical reasons. He was buried at Holly Terrace, part of the Great Mausoleum at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California, on September 3, 2009. The funeral was held privately and attended only by family and close friends. His casket was made of gold-plated bronze and encased in concrete to prevent disturbances from fans or grave robbers. The burial site is strictly guarded with surveillance cameras and is not open to the public. After his passing, it was revealed that Michael had kept over 100 unreleased recordings. These songs were never meant for the world, but for his children as a legacy. Many believe these tracks are on par with the legendary quality of his Thriller album. In a tightly sealed will, Michael appointed the Michael Jackson Family Trust as the heir to his estate. Shockingly, his own father, Joe Jackson, was left with nothing. Their strained and controversial relationship ultimately found its closure in legal documents. Though known for his immense wealth, Michael actually died with over $400 million in debt. A lavish lifestyle, ambitious projects like Neverland, and mounting legal fees had taken a toll on his finances. Ironically, after his death, his wealth skyrocketed. Old albums soared in sales, documentaries were produced, and royalties flowed in. He became the highest-earning deceased celebrity in the world. Did you know Michael Jackson once wanted to be Spider-Man? It's true. He even tried to buy Marvel so he could star in his own Spider-Man movie. Sadly, that dream never came true. An autopsy revealed Michael had a severe dependency on propofol, an anesthetic meant only for hospitals. It was this very drug that ultimately took his life. Michael had a secret room in Neverland, filled with toys, candy, and children's movies. Many misunderstood it, but those close to him said it was his way of reliving a childhood stolen by fame. He collected life-sized dolls, a Disneyland door, and even statues of little people. These items only added to the public's perception of his eccentricity. Unable to handle constant media attention, Michael often went out in disguise, wearing masks, veils, and even dressing up as an elderly person. All for one thing: freedom. He still shapes the music world today. To this day, Michael Jackson remains a primary inspiration for global artists, from Bruno Mars and The Weeknd to BTS. Their choreography, vocal styles, and stage concepts often draw directly from MJ. Michael Jackson wasn't just a musician. He was a living mystery, and now a legend that continues to be unraveled piece by piece, long after his death. Perhaps that's what makes him eternal. To this day, conspiracy theories about Michael Jackson's death continue to circulate. Some fans and online communities still speculate that the King of Pop actually faked his death in 2009 and is still alive. These theories often resurface on social media and discussion forums, although there is no strong evidence to support such claims. Ongoing conspiracy theories. Michael Jackson is still alive. One of the most popular theories is that Michael Jackson faked his death to escape public pressure and financial troubles. Some fans claim to have seen someone resembling him in various places, including family events and his nephew's wedding. There are also those who believe he appeared in disguise during television interviews after his reported death. 2. Clues in music and videos. Some believe there are hidden messages in songs and videos released after his death. For example, the song This Is It is claimed to contain a message that he is still alive when played in reverse. The album Escape is also considered by some to be a clue that he successfully escaped from the public eye. 3. Errors in the death certificate. There are claims of inconsistencies in Michael Jackson's death certificate, such as the use of his middle name Joseph instead of Joe, which some people see as a suspicious detail. Views of family and experts. Michael Jackson's family members, including his nephew Siggy Jackson, have publicly dismissed these theories, calling them baseless and hurtful to the family. Experts have also described this phenomenon as a form of death denial, where fans struggle to accept the loss of their idol and create alternative narratives to cope. Despite the ongoing conspiracy theories, there is no evidence to support the claim that Michael Jackson is still alive. Most of these theories are based on speculation and subjective interpretation. His family and official sources have confirmed that Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009, a fact that is supported by strong medical and legal evidence. Who was Michael Jackson, really? We may never fully know. Do you think these conspiracy theories will continue to spread, or will they fade away over time? Share your thoughts in the comments. Michael Jackson was more than just the king of pop. He was a little boy who survived the storm, an artist who sacrificed his life for art, a human who, though wounded, kept trying to heal the world. And maybe that's why the world loved him so much. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video so more people can be inspired. See you in the next video.